reason why they're building a road to Israel.
Okay.
They're building a corridor that goes from Iran through Iraq, through Syria, to the Mediterranean Sea, and will just be right above the border of Israel.
Will it have to go through Lebanon or down below?
Well, Lebanon, what? No, they're building it now. They're building it now. A corridor. Iran is currently believed to be working to create a corridor for itself to Iraq, all the way to the Mediterranean Sea, posturing itself along Israel's border with Syria. Now,
Wow.
When are they supposed to have this done?
It just so happens. That'd be the
north border, wouldn't it?
That'd be the north border. And Syria being, traditionally the king of the north, except that they're working with Russia, which is mentioned in Ezekiel 38 and 39. But anyhow, they seem to be busy working on a highway.
And when are they supposed to have that done?
Oh, they're working on it. Who knows when it'll be done? But I would say not too long.
So they won't last 25 years. It sounds like they won't last 5 years.
Yeah.
Now, hey, Ron, does that road happen to run into the place called Armadillo?
It's just north of a place called Armadillo.
Wow, it's just
Oh yeah, that'd be in Israel, yeah.
Congress quietly passed a bill, and who says Congress doesn't do anything? They quietly passed a bill allowing warrantless searches of homes. Only 1% opposed it. The bill that will allow homes to be searched without warrant was passed with overwhelming support of the United States Congress and signed into law by President Trump, and it happened with no media coverage and very little fanfare.
Imagine that.
On the surface, House Joint Resolution 76 looks harmless. The title of the bill claims that its purpose is granting and consent and approval of Congress for the Commonwealth of Virginia, the state of Maryland, and the District of Columbia to enter into a compact relating to the establishment of the Washington Metro Rail Safety Commission. It sounds like a snooze fest. However, in this new law that Maryland and Washington D.C. and Virginia has, it's just in this area.
Right.
It gives this Railway Commission.
Railway Commission?
Yeah, Railway Commission. This is what it can do, though.
Sounds like we're getting railroaded.
In performing its duties, the Commission, through its board or designated employees or agents, may enter upon the WMATA rail system and upon reasonable notice and finding by the chief executive officers that a need exists upon any land, waters, and premises adjacent. Now, it doesn't say how far adjacent we're talking about here. That's one thing that I think they kind of left out. Adjacent.
Of course they're going to do that.
Mississippi or the West Coast.
Yeah, anything, maybe east of the Mississippi or anything east of San Francisco. Anyhow, anything adjacent to the WMATA rail system, Washington, Maryland system, includes without limitations property owned or occupied by the federal government for the purposes of making inspections, investigations, examinations, and testing as the Commission deemed necessary to carry out the purpose of the MSC Compact, and such entry shall not be deemed a trespass. So it doesn't matter if it's privately owned or governmentally owned property. According to this, they can enter into an army base if they have to.
Was that just limited to that area, or is that the United
The
States?
text gives the Commission the authority to enter property near the Metro Rail system without limitation and without a warrant for the purpose of making inspections, investigations, examinations, and testing. Now,
You know what it sounds like is an extension of that bill that Obama put in over the waters. Remember that one? Where it gave them jurisdiction over any water, even if it's like a puddle on your land.
right.
Now they're spreading out from the water.
So it doesn't say how far away from any railway system here, but it just says adjacent. That's up to probably. Okay, remember, and that would include churches.
Yeah.
You know, media doesn't cover this much, but Trump's still working on this voter fraud thing. And it has some interesting things happening. Suddenly, people are giving up their voting rights.
They don't want to show their full ID.
Despite assurances
Yeah, that's what
from
it is.
Democrats that voter fraud doesn't exist, they have utterly refused to cooperate with Trump's voter fraud commission. A particular suspicious event happened in July after Trump's team requested personal information on voters from all states to verify their ability to legally vote, according to the Washington Examiner. Colorado agreed to turn over the information only to have hundreds of people in each district withdraw their registration, voter registration.
Hundreds of them, huh?
Hundreds in each county. In each county.
Why would they do
wonder
that?
if they were Latino.
Hey, Diane.
Undocumented alien.
Or they withdrew their registration because they were dead.
Who the birds?
A spokesman for the Denver election division has said their county,
Looking for a
their
dead
county
body.
has 180 people withdraw their registration a week after the announcement of the state's intent to cooperate with Trump's team. Arapahoe County has seen over 160 people pull their registration.
But they don't have. You mean they don't have IDs, or that's
Something they're trying to hide. So
Whether they're real or
they don't
not.
want that.
Two counties in Colorado has dropped 340 voters off the registration. They withdrew their registration.
Imagine
I
that.
wonder
Two counties.
if they were the ones that voted in the marijuana law. Just, you know.
That's not doing very good in Colorado
I
either.
think that they would know that they were voted 5 times, like in Chicago, or were dead people, or
They don't care in
The
Colorado.
government knows so much about each one. So why wouldn't they know why these people were dropping out?
well, obviously they're dropping out because they don't want to be discovered,
Or they don't exist?
or they don't exist, or they voted 5 times. The UK and the Catholic churches got together and says we're not going to pay out any more pedophile money because the kids were consenting. They were consenting.
Yeah, I heard that. Terrible.
Little children.
The Catholic Church in the UK is not going to pay out any more money because these kids were consenting.
Consenting minors is legally adult.
Well, another one too is because everybody at first it was probably legitimate, but after that, some mother would probably say to the kid, "Hey, let's, we're poor. Let's make $1 million. Let's jump on the bandwagon." And choose the Catholic Church.
A little bit off, but I was riding home and I left a little early because I wanted to see Leave It to Beaver. But I got stopped at the train down here by the swimming pool. There's another guy, he comes walking through the park. He's got a new Cannondale honey. Beautiful. So we got to talking and he said he was recovering cocaine. And said in 27 years he went through $600,000 for cocaine.
Going on business.
Yeah, he decided to slow down because he was later on his shoulder. I just flashed someone. Sorry, I had to say.
Wow.
the coffee.
Well, now we're getting
I
to...
vow not to drink coffee until after the meeting.
Yeah.
You're doing more talking now.
No, I haven't
Normally
in
do
the last-
when I drink coffee.
Then in the last month.
Okay, so now we get to one of my absolutely unfavorite subjects in the world, which is the monuments being torn down.
Ah,
Let me
yeah.
give you a little thumbnail sketch here of things that are happening here recently. Number one, Robert Lee was fired from ESPN because he had a name too similar to Robert E. Lee.
Yeah, I heard about
The
that.
Chinese guy, yeah.
Gone with the Wind movie is being yanked out of stores and
Yeah.
theaters because it's racist.
It's race.
HBO is in the development series of a series called Confederate, and is under serious pressure to end the series before it's even been written. Robert E. Lee High School in Texas has changed its name.
Okay. Here's
And
one.
church plaques
Uh-oh.
of Christians are being removed from churches because they were for the South.
If they had their way, they could go back in time, they would change
And of
history.
course, Senator Robert Byrd's statue is still in the West Virginia State Capitol, who was an avowed and proud Ku Klux Klan
Yeah.
Grand Wizard.
Grand Wizard kissing Hillary Clinton there because they're good personal friends.
Yeah, also, I was going to say the lady that came up with abortion, her statue's in the Capitol.
Martha said.
Isn't that special?
Was there something just recently about the Catholic Church taking down? Okay, you got something to talk to me about
So
that.
now we're heading to the real culprits of society. Removing those statues of Jesus.
Oh yeah, they're a real culprit to
Marian
society.
Jesus, they're taking them down.
Yep. Removing statues of
Not
Mary.
believe the Catholic Church could.
Would comply with it.
Okay, well, of course, leading the fight is a school in California, a Catholic school in California. They plan to remove 160 statues of Jesus, Mary, and historical persons.
I'm surprised
Now,
they
why
take
would,
it
$160
why would they
statues.
be taking them down? I mean, they don't have anything
Well,
to
you
do
know.
with them.
One of the Ten Commandments is what they use.
Because we gotta be
Glenn?
inclusive.
Yeah. They use one of the Ten Commandments. Thou shalt have no other image. That's what they
Oh,
use.
yeah.
That's what they use.
You know, I understand that, but I just can't believe they're doing it.
So, we're in the age
during the
of
flood.
offensiveness.
Yeah.
To offend somebody, you have to remove it.
But they're offended over
Unless
everything.
it's the wrong thing and doesn't comply with
During
it.
the flood, there was a guy in a boat, helping rescue people. He had a Confederate flag on his boat, and people actually got into it.
Amazing.
Did they take a
because
picture
they
of
were
it?
being rescued.
Did they take a picture of it? Did CNN take a picture of it?
Well, I'm sure CNN will be.
Well, you know, another thing is, are they going to remove Albert Pike's statue?
Okay.
He was a Confederate. He's in the statue on the lawn of the Capitol, and he's a Confederate soldier,
Okay.
a general.
So here's the thing. The name of the school is called San Domenico School. It's in the San Francisco Bay Area, and they have a school director of philosophy and ethics. Okay, Mirza Khan, the school's director of philosophy, ethics, and world religions, told the paper that the Dominican teaching philosophy is that there is to teach that there is not only one truth.
There's only one.
Anyway.
So why do we need statues up there that teach us that there's only one truth?
Ron, you have the hint right there. San Francisco.
Yeah.
The beginning of the homosexual movement.
The capital of
You know,
homosexuality.
another thing too is,
But unless you have this kind of Christianity. UK Progressive Christian Festival that includes Muslim groups teaching Sufi worship chants. In the UK, they had a progressive Christian festival, and included that was how to do Sufi or Islamic worship chants. And then one more. Dr. James Kennedy has filed a lawsuit against the Southern Poverty Law Center, against GuideStar and Amazon for defamation, religious discrimination, and trafficking in falsehood.
Well, it had to be his organization because he's dead now.
Anyhow,
Circles.
these are all hate groups right here.
Oh yeah, they had that on TV.
These are all hate groups, including DJKM, the Dr. James Kennedy Ministry. Anyhow, he has been designated as a hate group.
I just said in Iowa there's something to do with the Amish and two other things, but it was only three.
Let's see. Yeah, there's Christian Community Fellowship. That's on there too.
Yeah, Amish groups.
I don't know what that was.
Every time there's a terrorist attack, that's my first question: are they Amish?
You're kidding.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
So I do ask that question: are they
Let's
Amish?
not thinking too quick.
Because nobody actually says Islamic terrorists. Nobody actually says Islamic terrorists. So I have to ask the question: are they Amish terrorists or what? One last question. One last story. Washington Post condemns. Washington Post column cheers Satan, jeers Christians.
Imagine that.
The venerated journalistic institution, the Washington Post, which recently adopted the slogan, "Democracy dies in darkness," published a column Wednesday by a spokesperson for the Prince of Darkness, who blamed Christianity for slavery and white supremacy.
Oh, yeah, they're going to blame everything on everyone.
Led by Lucian Greaves, both a defense of Satanism and attack on Christianity, was headlined, "I'm a founder of a satanic temple. Don't blame Satan for white supremacy." Although slavery has historically practiced by virtually every culture in the world and only stopped by Christians, Greaves revives the argument and blames it on Christians. So every culture in the world had slavery, and the ones that get blamed for stopping it is Christianity. To give you an example, we get blamed as starting it, not for stopping it, but we get blamed for it. The ones who stopped it. And then there's a whole list of things that they have to say. To give you a little idea, let's see. The Quakers that renounced slavery in 1754. By the 17th century, I was joined by all evangelicals in America here. Let's see. Never mind that Plato had slaves, Muhammad had slaves, and of course slavery had a big roots in Africa, because they were the ones who were selling them to the Dutch and other white groups. The Aztecs had slavery. Simon Bolivar, who liberated Latin America, owned slaves. All the American Indian tribes owned slaves.
Blacks owned slaves.
What?
Blacks owned slaves in
Blacks
Africa.
owned slaves.
In Africa.
When the Cherokee were taking down the Trail of Tears, some of them had slaves carrying their packs.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, another thing too is if they're going to take down statues, they got to take down Ulysses Simon Grant because he owned slaves.
Well,
Grant.
My point is
They
that
probably won't.
here's my point then is
Probably will.
since all the Indian tribes had slavery, can we start taking down all the Indian statues too?
But we'd have to do away with the Mutual of Omaha, the symbolism, Indian chief.
Well,
and maybe this is a new fight for the Washington Redskins. You know, people hate that.
oh yeah, the
Well, they tried to
Redskins,
do
they've
that.
been,
Well, now we
they've
find out
been
that they were
fighting.
slave owners, so maybe now they really should drop that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see,
But anyhow, some guy who's a Satanist is blaming Christianity for all the problems of slavery in the world.
but just to think, if these people could time travel, they would go back in time and change history.
Well, they don't have to go back in time to change history now.
Yeah, they're trying to change history now.
Yeah.
That concludes this edition of The Last 7 Days. Opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of Spreaker or GJRB. Join us next time, here on Spreaker, for another podcast of The Last 7 Days on GJRB. The Christmas lights shine, and the holiday music will play once again, making it another bright holiday next month on GJRB.